come from Spain and I am an attacking midfield.
So, Joan, tell us a bit about yourself. Whereabouts do you come from in Spain?
Well, I come from Reus, you know, an hour away from Barcelona.
Which club were you playing for before you came over here to City?
I was playing for Espanyol in Barcelona. I've been playing for them for 6 years, so obviously you grow up there, so you feel it. So yeah, that's the team I support back home.
Yeah, and Pablo Zabaleta, who's here at Manchester City, was an Espanyol player as well.
Yeah, he was an Espanyol, and you know, I met him when I first came here. He came to me. He said, like, he gave me his number. He said, everything you need, just come to me. And you know, every time I'm talking to him, and you know, it's a good feeling, because you know, you come here, you're new, and people like that are playing already for the first team, like, helps you. So it's you know, it's really good for my development.
Joan is obviously a Spanish international, under 17 international. He's a terrifically technically gifted boy and a talented boy. He links the play very well from midfield to the front. We're trying to play him in a number of different positions. Sometimes he's played off the front, behind the front strikers. Sometimes he's played wide right of a 4 in midfield. Other times he's played right of a 3 in midfield, which I put him on against Bolton and put him on against Manchester United last night in that area. I watched him play for the under-18s last weekend against Arsenal in the 5-2 home victory, and he was terrific in there. He can handle the ball, and he's a really good finisher under pressure as well.
And what's he like as a person?
Yeah, he's a lovely boy. He's very young. He's got a little bit of growing and developing to do as a person yet, which to become a man, if you like. And that's why we're nurturing him backwards and forwards, as I mentioned, regarding the academy up to the elite reserve squad.
I train with the elite development squad from Monday to Thursday. I play with them as well, and then on Fridays, and I go back to Platt Lane to prepare the game for Saturday with the academy. And that's how, you know, how my week goes. And you know, it's really good to be up here, you know, because I think I'm the youngest one here, and you know, to grow up as a player and as a person as well, I think it's the perfect place to do it.
Yeah, do you think that your game has changed a little bit, has come on a bit by training with slightly older players, but then playing against your age group at a weekend?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you know, when I first came here, I felt, you know, slower, not that strong. You know, I used to get, you know, weight, they call it, for like the players. But you know, I've been working really hard through that past year, and now I feel really good, and you know, I feel I can cope with older players like I'm doing. You know, I'm feeling every time better.
And of course, beyond the elite squad, there's all the first team players here as well. There are some absolute superstars here. Which are your favourites over here in the first team squad?
Well, as you said, it's really good to be around of all of them. You know, you walk through in there and you walk past Tevez, Silva. You know, so it's a really good feeling. And the player I look to is maybe Silva. He's Spanish. He's like he has the kind of play like him, you know. It's more like this. I'm like this kind of player. It's good to have him here because he's one of the best players in the world, so it's good.
He is similar because he's small. He's got great technique, both right foot, left foot, and he can handle the ball well, and he links play very well. And I know that David Silva was fantastic on his first day here. I introduced Juan to him, and they had a good chat, and he consistently now has a talk with him, and they respond to each other. So hopefully that's a nice relationship that will help Juan develop into what we hope at Manchester City he will, which is a top first team player.
What are your hopes for this season then?
Well, my hopes is I'm here to learn, so learn as much as I can, play as much as I can, and you know, do as good as I know, and just, you know, give everything for the team. It's good to be here because when you're training, you're next to the first team. The manager comes here and watches you, so you know, it's really good. It encourages you to do it even better. So I think it's a great place.
Doesn't make you nervous at all when you see the manager watching you during training?
Well, at the beginning a bit, but then you just have to get on and play as you know.
You're getting used to it now, aren't you?
Yeah, more or less, yeah.